Hi, friends. It's Joni with Three Feathers Spiritual Wisdom, and I'm here with an astrology video. October is going to be a month of change. There is a lot going on in October. I've been seeing actually a number of memes of my friends post things all about a long list of astrology aspects for October, and it is going to be a heavy month. The main thing, though, that I want to tell you about it before we get into some of the details is that this is an opportunity, like everything is always an opportunity to take advantage of energy for you to make change in your life. So you don't have to see change as a dirty word, but as a good word. And it's the word that you want to transform yourself, to release a bad habit, to go to a next level of ascension and work in your life. It is an opportunity. If people could see the opportunity and take advantage of it, they may change for the better. Okay. So try to hold on to that because that's how I see this month. There's a lot there, but there's a lot of opportunity. Okay. What I'm going to talk to you about in this video, though, is from October 2nd, which is today when I'm filming it, through October 8th. On October 9th is a full moon. And I'm going to have to do a separate video for that. I actually was trying to do it all as one video, and it got longer than 20 minutes. So I'm going to split these two videos and hope that you look at them both. And I plan to do more videos for this October because there's so much going on. So let's jump in. The other thing I want to mention is I've got the Moonology deck, and I have pulled a card for one of these aspects, and we'll talk about it. So today is October 2nd. Mercury has gone direct. Yay! However, and it's at 24 degrees in Virgo, but that's not where it retrograded. So it's still technically in its shadow. So while it's direct, it's clearing up our thinking. We're feeling like we're going forward, which is wonderful, but it needs to get beyond where it went retrograde, and it will by October 17. So on October 10, Mercury will move into back into Libra, the sign where it did go retrograde, and on October 17, it will be in the clear, out of its shadow. So what's going to happen between today and the 17th is you're probably going to still clear up a little bit of the miscommunication or the consequences of miscommunication or Mercury retrograde for the next few days. So there might still be a little confusion that has to be resolved, a little money issues that have to be resolved, but it will be easier to resolve them because Mercury will be moving forward. On October 6th, Mercury, which is will still be in Virgo, will be in a positive aspect to Pluto in Capricorn. Pluto, the sign of death and rebirth, transformation, power and control, the subconscious. A main thing that we may be thinking, because Mercury is the planet of the mind, the mental realm, how we think, how we take information, how we process, how we communicate. We may be thinking about our sense of power and disempowerment, how we stand up and communicate for ourselves. But a main thing that I want you to know about what's happening with Pluto, um, and in a couple of days after the 6th, it will turn direct. It's also been retrograde. Um, Pluto right now, to get ready for turning direct, has been stationary. It hasn't been moving. And so, as it sits to gain energy, to build its energy to move forward, it's intensified. So, this sense of transformation, death and rebirth, power and control is going to be intensified. And because Pluto is an outer planet, it's not one of the personal planets. It is more about the collective and this sense of power, death, rebirth, transformation in the collective. And we can see that. We can see what's happening in the collective that is going through massive change. But we are also going through massive change, and we have this sense of change. So that might be what is positively aspect is like, how do I change my perspective? How do I change my mind about what I'm thinking and how I'm thinking about these aspects of the life? How about my sense of power and control, about how I transform myself. So we've been feeling this energy of Pluto stationary for since the end of September. We're going to continue to feel it as it works up to be moving direct. And we'll get to that in just a moment because it's also happening this week. But let me move on to October 7. October 7, the very next day, is the Sun in Libra is opposing Chiron in Aries. I want to mention that Libra, the sign of relationships, is opposing the sign of the individual, Aries. And it's always on that same opposition duality axis anyway. But the sun about people and intimacy and balanced power and control balanced in a relationship is opposing Chiron, the wounded healer, in the sign of the self. So, this could bring about, this is what could happen. It may not happen, but this could be a possibility. Is how someone else, whether it's someone you're in a relationship with, or or anyone really, uh, um, you have a connection with them and something they say or do or some situation with that person brings out this wound that you recognize, or maybe you don't recognize it, but it brings it out. How that happens sometimes is that people are mirrors to us. Let me explain. Someone I may know is ticking me off about something. It's something they said, something they did, something in some way they're rubbing me the wrong way. They're ticking me off, and but I'm putting it on them when really something they've done is triggered something deep inside of me that's created that ticking off, that ticked feeling, that anger, that being rubbed the wrong way, or that, whatever it is. That's in me and that's on me. They are just a mirror to let me see that wound that's in myself. A lot of people don't see that. It is a complicated I think of it as a complicated concept that I don't think people see. They would rather blame someone else. That person's at fault and ticking me off rather than why am I feeling this way because that person said that or did that? Because that takes a little more work to look inside of us. Okay? So you see what I'm saying? This is going to be a month of transformation if we see the opportunity. Here's an opportunity that the stars and the universe are creating if we want to see it, to do the work. Someone's going to be a mirror to us. That may be something that we need to see in ourselves to heal, to adjust, to acknowledge. Okay? Another big day. So that's October 7. On October 8, okay, Pluto. Well, I was just talking about Pluto. Pluto turns direct at 26 degrees of Capricorn. So it has built its energy and it's going to give off a major load of energy on the 8th because any planet, when it's in the process of either going retrograde or moving direct, is having to give off uh, an extra push of energy, which we will feel. So that Plutonian energy of, again, power, disempowerment, control, our subconscious feelings, our sense of transformation. What do we want to transform? And death and rebirth, which helps us transform, is is the energy that we can take advantage of. I was feeling the need to pull out the Moonology deck to ask Spirit what Pluto, what this aspect on the 8th meant for us. And what I got was the fixed moon and hold your vision. Now, what I got off of this card when it came out of the deck was you need to hold on to, because we all have some ideas in our mind of how we want to transform something, how we could offload a bad habit that we don't want anymore. Things would be better my health would be better if I'd stopped smoking. Okay? Hold the vision of what it is that you want to transform because that is your mantra. That is that thing you want to manifest that will pull in the law of attraction, and that will be your motivation to do some of the work in this month of October. And trust me, it is going to be a month where we will need to change or we will need to set in motion the work that we need to do to change. There is so much going on in this month. It's not it's not funny, but I really hope, because I'm going to try to hold on to my vision of how I wish to transform, and I really hope that you'll join me in taking advantage of the energies to doing the work. So when someone mirrors something that triggers us and we have to stop for a moment and say, "Wait a second, that's in me. What's going on here?" If we can do that, then we take those steps towards change that is positive for us. So, okay, there's a lot here. I will do another video that is about the full moon at 16 degrees in Aries that's happening on the 9th, the very next day. So we've talked about October 2nd, October 6th, October 7th, and October 8th. And I'll be doing another video which may come out in a couple of days on October 9th, the full moon. I want to give you many blessings. Take care and have a great week.